Hey, welcome to another video. So far we looked at how to query ChatGPT to make programs for us, and you saw how to run that program in Thonny. Now I want to go back to the query and explain you how to write a good query in ChatGPT to get good answers when it comes to creating programs, Python programs with ChatGPT. So let's start. The very first thing I want you to understand is that you should talk to ChatGPT as it was a very experienced programmer. So whenever you place the cursor in the text box here, think as you are chatting with a very experienced programmer who is very patient to listen to your query, to what you want to build, and who knows everything about programming. And then all you have to do is just communicate your wishes clearly. So how do you make a clear query to your friend, to your programmer friend, to ChatGPT? Let me show that to you. So let's take the example we wrote earlier in the demo video, which was this one here. I want to create 100 text files. Each text file should contain a different boy's name inside. Write me a Python script for that. A good query is made of 3 parts. That's one part, that's another part, and that's the third part. The first part is where you declare what you want to build. So this is usually one sentence. So can you describe what you want to build in one sentence? This is what you do here. So that's, I want to create 100 text files, right? But then you want to give the details to your program. And the details can be in one or more sentences. So in our case, the details were, each text file should contain a different boy's name inside. So that sentence adds up to the main description of your program, right? I'll give you another example of another query using this anatomy. So that's the first part, the description of the program in one sentence, the details about the program, which could be one or more sentences, and then the last part is generally one sentence. So you describe what you want to do, you describe what you want to accomplish, but then you want to specify, you want to be specific what you want ChatGPT to do for you. So you say, write me a Python script for that. So this is important. It's important to say Python script. Script can also be program, so you can use script or program. Either way, it's fine. Usually we say script for smaller programs. So programs which do one thing, so they generate some files and that's it. And we use the word program for bigger programs which can do multiple things, like generating files and perhaps having a feature where you upload those files to some remote servers and so on. Anyway, if you use script, you are fine, but either way, it's also fine. So now let's use this anatomy to write another query. So we want to write another query. That means we want to create a new program. So for that, you need to open a new chat. So click over new chat. And then in the text box, we want to write the new query. So anytime you need to create a new program, it's good to write the query in a new chat instead of using the same chat for all the programs. This way you'll keep your programs more organized, your chats more organized. So one chat, one program. Let's suppose you want to create some empty folders. Let's say you want to create 100 empty folders with a particular naming convention. So for that, we'll use the anatomy that I just explained to you. You want to first describe in general, just to let ChatGPT know what you want in general. So I want to create 100 empty folders. And then you give the details in one or more sentences. The folders should be named like 1A, 2A, 3A, up to 100A, right? So that makes it 100 folders. So you'd say, will ChatGPT understand me this? Well, if a human can understand this question, right, then ChatGPT will understand it also. And then I would like to add one more detail. All those folders should be inside a folder named all in quotes. So that is the details of the question. And then I want to say, write me a Python script for that. Press enter and let's wait for the new code. So what I just asked ChatGPT to do is to create a script, a Python script, which when executed, it will create an all folder, a folder named all, and inside that folder, there will be 100 folders named under this series of numbers and ending with a letter. So let's see. So there we go, we got the code. ChatGPT is now generating an explanation on what the code does, but I can copy the code and go to Thony, create here a new Python file. So right click, new file, lecture 4.py, press enter, paste the code here, and then run the code. Right, I just ran the code and I see these arrows. That means the execution was completed, and I can refresh this directory by going back to AS and then going back to that directory, ChatGPT course. There we go, that's the all folder. If I double click here to enter that folder, we'll see we have 100 folders named under that convention. So 1A up to 100A. Thony is sorting these alphabetically, but that's another issue. So perhaps if you go to your file explorer where this all folder is located, then you can sort them using that file system features on Windows or Mac or Linux, wherever you are. So that's another point, but we do have 100 empty folders here. So this could be very useful if you're working with files. Perhaps you do some batch operations, you are organizing some data. So instead of creating folders manually on your operating system, on your computer, you just use Python. So I hope you are enjoying these automations, and we have a lot more automations to do, very interesting ones. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. See you.